Hi guys, it's Christina Stark again for Get Your Sparkle On. It's weekly gem. My gosh, this past weekend has been an exciting one for my family. My son just proposed to his girlfriend, and so I'm going to be gaining a daughter-in-law this year. So it's been an exciting weekend. Got to go down to San Diego, where I'm originally from, and enjoy San Diego. Unfortunately, it was not sunny. It rained the whole entire weekend, but it's always nice to go down to San Diego. Absolutely love it. Wish I could move back there, but I'll tell you, the traffic, not so great. And the cost of living is really high. So if you happen to live down there, stay there as long as you can. Or let me come live in your basement or something. So anyways, all right. So we've been talking a few things this month, or actually last month. Can you believe we're already into February? And we talked about product knowledge, getting you to know your product and the products that you sell. So this week's gem is something I want to talk about. And as I was packing up my bags and things like that, I usually take an extra bag for my dirty laundry. Well, I shop at a particular athleisure store, if you will, and as soon as you see the logo, you'll understand which one I'm talking about. But I love their manifesto. They have a manifesto on their bag, and it has some really great kind of quotes on there or thought-provoking messages. And one of those is this. And this is one of my favorites. Let's see here. Oh, got to be on the right side. Do, and this is one thing a day that scares you. And I absolutely love that. And I've talked about this in some of my previous motivational messages in previous years at my company I was working at before. But do one thing a day that scares you. And I know that for us, we're always held back by fear, okay? And fear of rejection, or fear of not accomplishing our goals, fear of lots of things. And I want us to remember that one of the things that I talked about at the very beginning of the year is that we're going to fail, no matter what. But sometimes we've got to just try, and we've got to push past that, okay? So one of the things that I want you to think about is that what is that one scary thing that you're going to do each day? You make a list. You just have to do one thing, okay? So let's say it's in regards to your business. Are you going to make those phone calls? Now, yes, it's easy to text. We can always do that because that doesn't really take much, but to actually open up our mouths and talk to a person, sometimes difficult. And I'm going to say it's really difficult. So for some of us, that's going to be scary to actually pick up a phone and make that phone call and ask them to host an event, or ask them, did you see the specials that I've posted, or introduce some specials to them. Picking up that phone, that's going to be difficult. Also, asking a person that you've been a great, you provided products to them and they've mentioned interest about, maybe I'd like to do what you're doing. Asking them to join your team is a scary thing, but the answer is always going to be no unless you ask. And if they say no at the time, maybe it's just not the right time, but at least you've asked, and you can continue to provide the services for them, okay? So then how about in your relationships, in your life, okay? There are some times where maybe perhaps there is a family rift. There's something that's, you have a break in the family. Is it time for you to be the big person and step up and say, you know what, I'd like to repair the family damage that has been done. I'd like to get closer to know you, especially if they are siblings or a parent that might be failing in their health, okay? I know that sometimes it's really hard for you to say hi to random strangers. Perhaps you never know that hi might create create a really great relationship with somebody, especially if you're attending an event for your company, okay? You can create relationships through those events. I was going to say that maybe perhaps it is you're at church and somebody comes to sit next to you at the pew or in class or whatever it is, and just say hi and get to know them and introduce yourself. And maybe they're a brand new person, or maybe this is they've been there a really long time and you just never got to know them and they've never gotten to know you. So there's always scary things that are presented to us each day. And this is an opportunity for us to do one thing, because you never know what that one thing might do for you. So that is your challenge this week, is to do something scary each day. Do one thing that scares you each day this week. And let's see what happens. Okay, guys, so I will see you next week for another weekly gem. If you have any comments, feel free to post them down below. Also, you can direct message me on Instagram at @getyoursparkle_on, or you can find me on YouTube at @getyoursparkleon. That's my YouTube channel, so you can find these weekly gems there as well, as I've started this in 2019. All right, thanks for joining me. As always, I hope that you find these helpful, and I can't wait to see you and how you get your sparkle on. Have a great day. See ya.